operations and through the promotion of other activities that help us achieve our 2050 goals. But back again, the foundations that we need to sustain is the most important, is peace and political stability, that as a foundation for economic developments.
And that is why you have said, quote unquote, here we must work together to protect peace and our national unity at all costs, right?
Yes. The training in the military, also my previous job in terms of as an army chief before I assumed my position as premiership, give me a clear view of a strength, a need to strengthen security cooperations between countries. Because we are tackling cross-border issues, cross-border criminal activity, cross-border threat, such as from even non-traditional threats, such as humanitarian disasters and terrorism, which can affect all of us.
And what would be your take on enhancing cooperation with China in some non-traditional security areas, such as combating cross-border crime and maybe internet fraud?
We have working so hard with China over the years to tackle these issues. This criminal activities not only affects people's or trade or reputation of the countries, but it affects the safety of our population who have to live in the areas affected. So it's not just the cooperation with China, but within Cambodia itself, I have put an emphasis. We have 5 priorities of the new governments in terms of reforms, in terms of civil servants. Health education, law enforcement is one of them, and judicial reform in order to strengthen our abilities and our commitment to fight against crimes, cross-border crimes, anti-drugs, and other criminal activities. Our national police has been working with Chinese police and relevant ministries in order to strengthen cooperation in our joint effort to fight against this type of activities.
Well, Mr. Prime Minister, besides being a veteran politician, you're also a loving father of 3 kids who sometimes posted family photo on social media network proudly, and also sent your son to school even after taking office. And we also learned that your kids are learning Chinese, and your eldest daughter could even write down birthday wishes in Chinese for her grandfather's birthday. Was that true?
Yes, it's all true. It started with my first daughters. It's her initiative, actually. When she was about 6 years old, she went to an event where some of Cambodian Chinese families as friends, and she come back, she asked to learn that as well. After that, the sister, this is my second one, and the third one also study. So when my daughters don't want me and my wife to understand, so they were speaking Chinese.
That's really smart, huh? So what are some of the values that you hear the most when it comes to parenting your kid?
Well, setting by examples is quite important. That's what my father showed me also. I grew up in a family that my father was busy all the time. It's rarely the chance that he spent with us very small. His action, his consideration, his care, and his focus on teaching us the hard work, the respect for others, the ideas of taking care of each other is there, always there. For me, since my daughter was born, I always travel all the time. Don't have much time with that, but the little time we have, I would teach her the same what my parents teach us. There's one word that my father taught us since we all grew up is never think of yourself as a son or daughters of prime ministers, but think of yourself as the grandchildren of a farmer. And this has been great foundations of me, my brothers, and now we pass down to our children as well.
What do you admire the most about your father?
He's always a man of dedication, high responsibility, who does not afraid. He's not afraid to risk his life for the duty for the countries and the peoples. He been a role model for me, not because he is the prime minister, but the role models in terms of dedication and hard work toward whatever work he's done. He just did his best as a soldiers, as commanders, as foreign ministers, or anything that you do is focus, do the best you can, not looking at anything beyond that. So I think this is one of the values and the role model example that he provided to me is do the best we can and be responsible for what our actions.
Well, Mr. Prime Minister, I want to talk about another topic that is really close to your heart is about tourism in Cambodia.
Yes.
Because Cambodia is a very famous tourism destination for its ancient wonders and captivating scenes. And Cambodian Ministry of Tourism has launched a special program called China Ready, hoping to attract more Chinese visitors. So, Mr. Prime Minister, why not take this opportunity to share with us a little bit about how Cambodia is getting ready in terms of security, in terms of accommodation, and more to attract more Chinese tourists?
Cambodia view tourism as one of the main sources for economic growth and development. We were happy to have a lot of tourists from China. Before COVID-19, we have about 2.3 million visitors. And we hope to raise that back to the levels pre-COVID and beyond. Our strategy, our Ministry of Tourism has put on a very active program trying to attract the tourists back, especially from China. Mm-hmm. I understand that there has been some information or news that caused concern among the Chinese public and perception about security matters in Cambodia. We acknowledge that there are some issues. No countries have zero crimes. Every country has crimes. But those crimes or criminal activities does not represent the whole Cambodia. Besides small issues in certain areas, Cambodia overly peaceful countries, secured countries. Please, my message to Chinese tourists, please go visit Cambodia, explore all the opportunities that Cambodia can offer, which I think is a kingdom of wonder. Many tourists go into Cambodia, visit. Cambodian people are nice people, friendly, always smile. We always have big cultural heritage, a lot of temples. My appeal to our Chinese friends, visitors, to come and visit Cambodia, to explore what Cambodia can offer, our cultures, our peoples, and our connections with you.
Well, Mr. Prime Minister, thank you so much for joining us today and for sharing with us your very insightful views on the Belt and Road Initiative, on better relations, and also all these very touching and emotional stories from your family. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. June, again for having me on this program. Thank you.
Thank you.
តើលោកអ្នកចិត្តរៀបអាពាហ៍ពិពាហ៍មែនទេហើយពិបាករកក្រុមហ៊ុនថតវីដេអូផ្សាយផ្ទាល់ដែលមានគុណភាពមែនទេអស់កង្វល់រ៉ាទីកាជាក្រុមហ៊ុនទទួលស្គាល់លំដាប់អន្តរជាតិលើសេវាកម្មថតផ្សាយផ្ទាល់គ្រប់កម្មវិធីកម្រិត 4K ដំបូងបង្អស់នៅកម្ពុជារ៉ាទីកាប្រើប្រាស់ឧបករណ៍ទំនើបម៉ាកល្បីៗធានាគុណភាពការផលិតតាមបច្ចេកវិទ្យាទាន់សម័យរ៉ាទីកានឹងជួយធ្វើឲ្យកម្មវិធីលោកអ្នកកាន់តែមានភាពអស្ចារ្យលោកអ្នកនឹងបានឃើញរាល់សកម្មភាពក្នុងពិធីទៅលើកញ្ចក់ទូរទស្សន៍ទំហំធំកម្រិត 4K និងការបញ្ចាំងលើផ្ទាំងក្រណាត់សព្រមទាំង LED ដែលមានរូបភាពច្បាស់ត្រជាក់ភ្នែកសូមអញ្ជើញកក់ពីឥឡូវនេះតាមរយៈលេខទូរស័ព្ទ012 823 848 017 838 889និង016 823 848រ៉ាទីកាទំនុកចិត្តការទទួលខុសត្រូវនិងគុណភាពខ្ពស់ រាធិការ Entertainment ក្រុមតន្ត្រីអាជីពកំសាន្តបែបស្រាលពីរោះមិនថ្លង់ភ្ញៀវរំភើបចិត្តពិធីរឹតតែអស្ចារ្យ Relax រាធិការ Entertainment ញ៉ាំងឲ្យកម្មវិធីលោកអ្នកកាន់តែមានភាពអធិកអធមរាធិការ Entertainment ក្រុមតន្ត្រីដ៏ល្អសម្រាប់ក្រុមគ្រួសារលោកអ្នកសូមអញ្ជើញកក់ពីឥឡូវនេះសម្រាប់កម្មវិធីលោកអ្នកតាមរយៈលេខទូរស័ព្ទ017 838 889 012 823 848 និង016 823 848
If it's happening and you need to know about it, you'll get it all right here. EAC News brings you updates and breaking news in English across all of our platforms and channels. The EAC News app, YouTube, Facebook, Telegram, Twitter, and our website www.eacnews.asia. EAC News' passionate team of reporters, writers, cameramen, and video editors are hard at work around the clock, bringing you world-class reports on everything from local and regional news to the latest international stories and the most dramatic footage from around the world. It takes meetings, research, phone calls, and emails. And that's before we even get out of the newsroom and onto the set.
I'm Anthony Ellis, a news reporter for EAC News. Thanks for watching.
Cambodian tourists to China.
I'm Kristen Winters. I'm a news reporter with EAC News. Thank you for watching.
I'm Darshana Gauchan, EAC News reporter. Thanks for watching us.
I'm Dekha Nim, Sales and Marketing Manager at EAC News. Thank you for joining us.
I am Honsare Ward, EAC News Channel Manager. Thank you for watching us.
EAC News, English language news show, Cambodia's most comprehensive. The Daily Roundup on the EAC News channel, shooting interviews into the field. And those pieces to camera. Join us and subscribe. We wouldn't want you to miss a thing. The Daily Roundup on the EAC News channel. EAC News, Cambodia made clear.
You're watching EAC News.
Thanks for joining us.
Watching EAC News, thank you for joining us. National Assembly President Khun Sotari led an introductory session today for members of Parliament on the various support services that the National Assembly offers so that the MPs can fulfill their roles effectively in response to the needs of the Cambodian people. EAC News reporter Anthony Ellis has more.
Secretary General of the National Assembly, Leng Penglong, said that the program would have held during every lecture to provide information to the MPs on important services that they can assist in the performance of their duties. President Kun Sundari stressed that the MPs must be effective representative of the country and truly serve the people by upholding their interests. She added that the order of lawmakers to be able to fulfil their role effectively with the public, it is necessary to receive information on their roles, responsibilities, privileges and support services. Today, there were also a presentation of professional officers, Director Generals and heads of the departments who assist the MPs. The lawmakers received lectures on the research and support services to assist them in their daily and core duties related to parliamentary rights, obligations, diplomacy, financial protocols, logistics and local services. Anthony Ellis, EAC News.
You're watching EAC News. Thank you for joining us. Canadian-born Burmese boxer Dave Leduc met with Prime Minister Hun Manet ahead of his Sunday match against Prom Sam Nang. The Prime Minister said that the match reflects mutual respect and contributes to strengthen the ties of friendship between Cambodia and Myanmar, even though the boxer has not set foot in Myanmar since a violent military junta took over in 2021. While meeting with the Prime Minister yesterday, Leduc expressed his surprise at the warm welcome of the Cambodian people, adding that he considered Cambodia as his second home. Also in attendance was Prom Sam Nang, Cambodia's most popular Kun Khmer fighter, who will be taking on Leduc in the ring on Sunday. Although Leduc is the current openweight boxing champion of Let Wai, Myanmar's native fighting style, he has agreed to fight in the Kun Khmer style out of respect for the host country. It has been said that this will be Leduc's final match before retiring, but the Let Wai champion said that Sunday's match against Prom Sam Nang is for no other purpose than a friendly match. It will be a major event in the history of the Southeast Asian region that the people of Cambodia and Myanmar, as well as those of other countries around the world, will be watching, said Leduc. Prime Minister Hun Manet thanked Dave Leduc for learning about the history of Khmer ancient martial arts and added that although Myanmar and Cambodia have different cultures, the upcoming fight is a show of mutual respect that will strengthen relations between the two countries. He was also happy to see Kun Khmer promoted to the world. The Prime Minister also listed his own achievements in synthesizing Bokata and Kun Khmer into the Royal Cambodian Armed Forces training during his time as an army chief. He said that the national traditional culture helps the army maintain discipline and health while conserving the legacy of their Khmer ancestors. Kristen Winters, EAC News. You're watching EAC News. Thank you for joining us. On Sunday, authorities arrested a man who claimed to be a member of the royal family in order to write an official letter inviting a popular monk to speak at a festival. The suspect, Hak Odom, admitted that he had indeed prepared a fake royal letter by pretending to be a relative of the royal family. He was able to obtain a royal letterhead and rent a computer in town to invite the Venerable Chanavasi Chanmuni, a well-respected monk, to perform a Dharma talk during the Khatan festival ceremony at a pagoda in Kampot. The Khatan festival is an important religious celebration for Cambodians following the Pchum Ben festival. When pagodas host a popular guest for the ceremony, people often send money to the pagoda. It is possible the suspect was aiming to benefit from the donations. The National Police Commission called on the public to be wary of sharing false information that could become a stepping stone to scams, for which perpetrators will be held accountable. Kristen Winters, EAC News. You're watching EAC News. Thank you for joining us. The Chaktamuk Short Film Festival closed to a packed house at Olympia Mall's Legend Cinema on Monday. The audience was filled with film enthusiasts, actors, filmmakers, and Secretary for the Ministry of Fine Arts, Hap Toik. EAC News reporter Anthony Ellis has more.
The organisers of the 12th edition of Chaktamuk Short Film Festival thank all their partners and the audience for their support, making the event a platform that inspires generations of filmmakers and directors. The film aims to boost Cambodian films and acquire greater public support. This year's festival awarded cash prizes and appreciation certificates in a variety of categories. The best Cambodian short film went to Now What, directed by Siv Pin Chong and Jeremiah Overman. The second best Cambodian short film went to The Pen, directed by Hemukari Song. The audience award for the Cambodian Short Film Festival went to The Door Knocker, directed by Suk Palit and Amke Sana. The special jury mention for Cambodian Short Film Festival went to Raise, directed by Meng Chan Lep. The Best International Short Film went to I Promise You Paradise, directed by Murad Mustafa. Audience Awards went to International Short Film went to the Laurence in The World Without Solitude, directed by Gaudi Gontre. The special jury mention for International Short Film went to Please Hold the Line, directed by Tan Shi Ding. Sung Tsiten, director of the Chaktamok Short Film Festival and founder of Sunflower Film Alliance, said, despite our country's development, Chaktamok Short Film Festival is organised for all local and foreign filmmakers to build a foundation and showcase new short films for all over the world.
Yeah, despite the low turnout, most of the audience who turn up for the screening, gave us very good comments. I had more, positive feedback from the short films we selected than negative one. So this is a very good sign of our own curation, also the beauty of our program this year.
Hab Tuk, Secretary of the Ministry of Culture and Fine Arts, commented on efforts of the organisers who managed to hold the event online during COVID restrictions. He said that directors are becoming more innovative each year and applaud their talents. Winner of the Cambodian category, Siv Pin Chong, aka Peace Chong, said he felt lucky for himself and all those people involved who supported him.
I feel lucky for me, for people who work with me, and people who supported me all the way.
Siv Pin explained that his short film was taken from his own experiences and included music from the album he is making. While the topic of his film is sensitive, he is glad to get the message out.
Most of the idea, I think it's based on my own experience and everything around me that happened around me. And actually I make music, so this is the opening to the album that I'm making. And it's different this time that this story is talked about almost based on true story that almost everybody overlooked, because I think it's a bit sensitive to general people, and I'm glad I got to stand up and speak that out.
Siv Pin mentioned how special CSFF is to Cambodian growing film industry.
I think it's really give the reward to the hard work that all filmmakers did, doing, or planning to do. I think it's really special that something like this happened here. I think it's gonna grow as long as everybody love each other and all the filmmaker or future filmmaker do it. Try to pull out your creativity, your idea, your story, what matter to you, put it out to the world. I think it's gonna grow effing big.
The Chaktamok Short Film Festival program ended successfully with the audience participating in watching all selected Cambodian and international short films. Anthony Ellis, EAC News.
You're watching EAC News. Thank you for joining us. Following new Cambodian export deals made over the last year, the kingdom is ramping up trade with its fellow Asian countries. Over the last week, Cambodian exports have hit 2 new milestones, with fruit to China and rice to Indonesia. Longan is a sweet, juicy, and succulent fruit in the same family as rambutan and lychees. It is a common staple in Cambodian markets, but has only recently begun export to China. Dried longan are often used in Chinese cuisine and traditional medicine. From January to October 27, 2023, Cambodia exported more than 11,000 tons of fresh longan to the Chinese market. Since longan exports officially began on October 22, 2022, Secretary of State for the Ministry of Agriculture, Im Rachana, says that a total of 14,345 tons of the fruit have been exported. In addition to exporting fresh longan to the Chinese market, the fruit is being processed into jams, juice, wine, and being canned for sale in Chinese supermarkets. Meanwhile, 125,000 tons of Cambodian rice arrived in Indonesia today, following an agreement made in August between the two countries. The two ASEAN nations agreed on an annual quota of 250,000 tons of milled rice from Cambodia to Indonesia, starting next year, doubling the quota set in the last meeting between Cambodia's Minister of Commerce and Indonesia's Foreign Affairs Minister. According to the Cambodian Rice Federation, the kingdom has exported 456,581 tons of milled rice in the first 9 months of 2023, generating total revenue of around $327 million. Kristen Winters, EAC News. You're watching EAC News. Thank you for joining us. Authorities have arrested a man who was caught on video brutally beating a deer to death, which sparked social media outcry. EAC News reporter Anthony Ellis has more.
A video showing a man beating a swimming deer to death at Koh Beach went viral on social media on Monday, causing outrage from the public who were demanding justice and swift legal action. Koh Kong Governor Mitona Putong responded by offering a 4 million reals, almost $1,000, reward for information on the suspect's identity. According to the governor, a 23-year-old man from Prasat has been detained. She praised the police and the stakeholders who worked hard to identify and arrest the suspects to build a case according to the procedure. Anthony Ellis, EAC News.
You're watching EAC News. Thank you for joining us. The wave of investment that was sweeping across Cambodia before the COVID pandemic has hit a wall and left many projects stalled or abandoned completely. With China experiencing an economic downturn, Cambodian cities are finding the need to respond to a slew of empty and unfinished buildings littering the cityscape. EAC News reporter Anthony Ellis has the story.
Yesterday, a seminar was held on measures to resolve stagnant investment projects in Sihanoukville, led by Hen Sahib, who is the Secretary of State of the Ministry of Economy and Chairman of the Working Group on Resolving Investment Projects in Sihanouk Province. Sihanoukville Governor Koit Chamron attended the workshop along with the leaders and officials to the relevant ministries, institutions and private businesses, as well as more than 150 journalists. Secretary Hen Sahib stressed that the stalemate in Sihanoukville investments projects will be resolved in a package deal, meaning that the relevant ministries and agencies must work together to attract investors and tourists, which will create market demand. The royal government already launched measures to resolve stagnant investment projects in Sihanoukville in March of this year. According to Hen Sahib, his solution to the deadlock is to ensure that the unfinished buildings can be completed and that the completed buildings are able to resume investing or business activities. He said that the royal government focused on accelerating the development of Sihanoukville to become a multi-purpose model, special economic zone, with a focus on tourism, financial service centres, industrial zones and more. He hopes that a clear and comprehensive solution will emerge as many of the unused or unfinished buildings are worth over $1 billion. He stressed that the importance of the solution to boosting the economy and business activities to create a vibrant city for the future. Anthony Ellis, EAC News.
You're watching EAC News. Thank you for joining us. Many people dress strangely, some as monsters, some as angels, at a show organized on October 28th called the Enchanted Forest Halloween Party. Organizer Pal Monisakada said that the program was designed to create a Halloween party that incorporates a cinematic style modeled after an enchanted forest.
The reason that we wanted to do this because in Phnom Penh there are not that many thematic costume parties, and we wanted to be the first entity to pull off a creative event that focuses on a premium event that also makes sure that there's a thematic cohesion to everything that happens.
At Kok Pik City Hall, guests were greeted with drinks and free cosmetics at the door. A custom beauty booth provided free makeup to participants. Working the event was Chieta, who said that participants can dress up however they want for the event, whereas other parties are sometimes limited to spooky attire. The liberal dress code made things more interesting, in addition to the multiple performances of the night.
កម្មវិធីថ្ងៃហ្នឹងប្លែកបងដោយសារឲ្យតបតែ Halloween តែងខ្លួនបែបខ្មោចតែនេះតែងខ្លួនបែបស្អាតស្អាតចឹងណាបងហើយមួយទៀតក្នុងកម្មវិធីនេះគឺមាន soul ច្រើនមែនតើ
Attendees seemed to appreciate the dress code that allowed for more creativity in costumes. One partygoer dressed to represent his zodiac sign, an Aries.
It's magical, like we can see, and also like everyone can show themselves, like be real.
Dressed up as a Japanese geisha with deer horns on his head, Ban was impressed with the ambiance and appreciated that it wasn't all horror-themed.
និយាយទៅការតុបតែងរបស់គាត់គឺ intern របស់គាត់គឺគាត់ធ្វើបានល្អមែនតើនិយាយទៅ concept របស់គាត់ចេញមក Halloween ប៉ុន្តែលក្ខណៈអង់គ្លេសថា Hallow វាមិនមែន Halloween Ghost ទេ Halloween បែប Prairie Princess Fairy អញ្ចឹងណាបាទ
The show entertained the audience with a remix song before singer Tena came up with a romantic song that warmed the audience up before launching the House of Chili drama, Disney Tales, with performances by drag queens and singer Sophia Cao. Mika Chiva, a drag queen from the House of Chili, said she was really happy to be there tonight and perform while making the audience happy.
Seems like last year we doing our group party, and this year Nimet is the organization and organizer and also host the party. We want to do something more and make the experience of the Cambodia in the Halloween party.
Organizer Pao Moni Sakada said that he was very happy with the party's outcome and promised that next year they will hold the event again.
Well, I'm very happy with the result. I saw a full house tonight and everyone was cheering and they enjoyed the drinks, all the sponsors, Budweiser, Magnum Pepsi, they provided all these, products for our fans to enjoy, and so we're really grateful. And we had the grand performance and everyone's just was enjoying that, and we had Tena, Sophia, Singho, and Mina to come, and also now DJ Wata and now DJ Alex is performing, and so we're just very happy of the turnout.
Co-organizer Bun Hak thanked all the participants and sponsors for making the event possible.
So I'm really excited for everyone and how everyone is involved. That's why I'm really excited for next year, and it will be even bigger for sure. See from the engagement from the crowd. Thank you so much.
Another Halloween party by event organizer Nimit will be back next year with a new digital concept.
If you want to know more about the new concept in next year, can go to the Facebook official page of Nimet.
Look at me, the new concept.
You're watching EAC News. Thank you for joining us. A video showing a man beating a swimming deer to death at Koh Hao Beach has gone viral on social media, causing outrage from the public who are demanding justice and swift legal action. EAC News reporter Anthony Ellis has the story.
According to the Facebook page of Koh Kong's Kiri Sakol district yesterday, Deputy District Governor Tun Utai is leading a force to cooperate with the rangers of the Department of Environment to search for the suspects. Former Information Minister Keo Kanaret also chimed in on the video, expressing his disappointment. He said that the video was a sad contrast to a photo he recently saw showing people in Phnom Penh stopping traffic to let a python across the road. This morning, Koh Kong Governor Mitana Putong announced on Facebook that she will provide an incentive of 4 million reals, almost $1,000 to anyone who provides information on the identity to the person who violently murdered the deer. She promised anyone reporting the information that their identity will be kept confidential. She added that the incident was a disgusting display of immorality and injustice that causes serious harm to society. The provincial governor called on the public to help the authorities arrest the predators and punish them according to the law. Anthony Ellis, EAC News.
You're watching EAC News. Thank you for joining us. The Ministry of Social Affairs, Veterans, and Youth Rehabilitation announced the introduction of a disability identity card for persons with disabilities under the presidency of Minister of Social Affairs Chia Someti, UNICEF Country Director Will Parks, and EU Ambassador to Cambodia Igor Driesman at the Phnom Penh Hotel today. EAC News reporter Anthony Ellis has more.
Minister Chia Someti commended UNICEF and the EU Cambodia's provincial governors and departments of social affairs for cooperating with the Ministry of implement the disability identification system in pursuit of universal rights for persons with disabilities. He said that developing the social protection system is the key to achieving equitable and exclusive economic growth based on the sense of responsibility for the security of people's income. Chia Samati emphasised the Ministry of Social Affairs has been promoting disability identification programs since 2020 to develop and manage database to the common standard with consistent information technology with the ultimate goal of improving livelihoods and access to social services. In order to better target programs and improve the social protection system, the government must first have accurate data so they can have a good understanding of people's needs. The minister affirmed that the issuance of ID cards to persons with disabilities will make it easier for them to participate in social and economic activities, thereby benefiting the public and private sector in accordance with the government policies. Out of nearly 289,000 identified persons with disabilities across the country, about 77% of them have been issued disability ID cards. Chia Samati noted that although the ministry has made great strides in improving the welfare of Cambodia's disabled population, many obstacles still stand in the way of the country's vulnerable communities, which must continue to be understood and resolved. He recommended that officials of the Ministry of Social Affairs continue to cooperate with ministries, institutions, development partners and organisations related to disability work to issue disability ID cards in a transparent and environment-friendly manner. Anthony Ellis, EAC News.
You're watching EAC News. Thank you for joining us. Lim Ko Kwing University opened a world of possibilities for 10 remarkable 12th graders this week, granting them the prestigious Lim Ko Kwing Award for the most outstanding high school student, which provides a full ride to its undergraduate program. EAC News reporter Anthony Ellis has the story.
In 2023, the competition embarked on an exciting journey, starting with an online exam that drew 12th graders from more than 100 high schools across Cambodia. The next stage of the competition saw these bright minds converging at Lim Ko Kwing University, where they undertook the exam in person. Finally, the grand showdown unfolded on the campus as candidates faced an esteemed panel of judges for the final interview. As the son of improvised farmers with limited resources, he was overjoyed at such a significant opportunity. He has emphasised the importance of scholarship competitions that provide equal opportunities to individuals from various social backgrounds. He also highlighted how the initiative aligns with the current government's efforts to promote human capital development. He finally believes that the increase in access to knowledge plays a crucial role in maintaining peace in Cambodia. He expressed his confidence in the quality of education provided by Lim Ko Kwing University, noted that the two of his own family members are currently enrolled as students at the school. After a fierce competition and rigorous evaluation, Lim Ko Kwing University was thrilled to announce the top 10 winners of the prestigious scholarship program. Lim Ko Kwing director Mr. Burley explained that it was a long process of 3 rounds and over 1,100 students entered the competition.
Yes, today is a great day. Actually, today is an award ceremony. Actually, it's the end of a long process of 3 rounds where we were selecting grade 12 students nationwide. There were more than 1,100 candidates. They were selected in 3 rounds, actually, based on the mathematics and English. So the first round was made online because there were too many online. Then there was a second round, was an exam, physical exam on campus. We selected and reduced and chose the best.
In 2023, over 100 high schools across Cambodia participated in the competition initial online exam. The competition progressed to the next stage with an exam held at Lim Ko Kwing University, followed by an in-person interviews in front of judges.
I don't remember how many, about 30, who came and they were tested on their communication skills. So they had a subject that they didn't know, they discovered, and they had to develop it in front of a jury. And out of this, 10 students that we saw today were selected.
All 10 winners were granted 100% free tuition at Lim Kok Wing University, while the top 5 students won cash prizes ranging from $600 to $1,000, with no restrictions on how they can use their funds. In the first place was 18-year-old Eun Lin, a 10-year-old from Savannapani School in Siem Reap. She was so thrilled with her prize that she could hardly express it.
I feel so proud of myself, so words can't actually express how much how happy I am. And yeah, because it's like winning 100% scholarship to one of the best international universities and also earning $1,000 cash, so yeah.
She also mentioned the honour of being the first in her family to receive a higher education.
It's a very big achievement for me because I'll be the first one of my entire family to actually reach a university level. So yeah, it's a big reputation for our family too. They're super proud of me.
Lim Kok Wing University takes pride in being the first international standard higher education university to be established in Cambodia. The main campus was founded in Malaysia in 1992, and they have since expanded to multiple branches in various countries across Asia, Africa and Europe. In Cambodia, Lim Kok Wing University has been serving the community since 2008, accumulating 15 years of specialising training in associate degrees, bachelor's and master's degrees. Lim Kok Wing's commitment to education has significantly contributed to the development of human resources in Cambodia. Anthony Ellis, EAC News.
You're watching EAC News. Thank you for joining us. Cambodian Prime Minister Hun Manet met with former Japanese Foreign Minister and former Vice President of the Liberal Democratic Party, Komura Masahiko, yesterday. That same day, the Japanese dignitary also met with his father, former Prime Minister Hun Sen. EAC News reporter Anthony Ellis has the story.
Mr. Masahiko congratulated Prime Minister Hun Manet on assuming his new role in late August, following an election for which Japan did not send observers out of concern. The Japanese dignitary praised the rapid development of Cambodia, crediting the former Prime Minister Hun Sen. The Prime Minister welcomed Mr. Masahiko's visit to Cambodia and welcomed their reunion after meeting in Tokyo 5 years ago when Hun Manet led a youth delegation to visit Japan. Along with celebrating the 70th anniversary of Cambodia-Japan diplomatic ties in 2023, Prime Minister Hun Manet took the opportunity to thank the Japanese government and its people for supporting Cambodia in its recovery from the civil war up to present day. He stressed the stability of Cambodia's foreign policy, especially in the bilateral relations between Cambodia and Japan, hoping the cooperation between the two countries will increase in all areas, especially in the fields of tourism, investment and people-to-people communication. Anthony Ellis, EAC News.
You're watching EAC News. Thank you for joining us. A senior civil aviation official said that currently the number of air passengers traveling through the new Siem Reap Angkor International Airport is at an average of 2,600 per day after opening only last week. Yesterday, civil aviation spokesperson Sin Chansaraivuta said that at present the new airport services 17 one-way flights and 34 round-trip flights. He said that after the official opening of the Siem Reap Angkor International Airport on October 16th, the number of air passengers increased significantly to 2,600 per day, with about 80% of seats filled on each aircraft. There are currently 7 airlines flying in and out of the new airport, including 6 foreign companies and 1 local. The airport is 40 kilometers from Angkor Wat and 51 kilometers from Siem Reap. Its International Air Transport Association code is SAI, and its International Civil Aviation Organization code is VSDA. SAI has 38 terminals and is able to handle 7 million passengers and 65,800 flights per year, and transport 10,000 tons of air cargo, which it aims to double by 2040. As of October 23rd, the airport employs 447 staff members, including 82 Chinese management and technical staff and 365 Cambodian staff. The airport will be operated by Chinese businesses for 55 years based on the $1.1 billion loan agreement. Kristen Winters, EAC News. Cambodia touted its achievements in democracy during the July elections, often citing the participation of 18 parties on the ballot. Earlier this month, 13 of those parties officially joined with the Cambodian People's Party, or CPP, to form an alliance in response to the announcement of 4 opposition parties joining together. This morning, the CPP continued to consolidate power, signing an alliance with 27 total political parties under the chairmanship of CPP President, former Prime Minister Hun Sen. Hun Sen said that he had initially received requests from only 18 parties to form an alliance with the CPP, but that the number had risen to 27. Little to no detail was given on the additional parties, and only 18 parties in total appeared on July's ballot. 4 parties, including the opposition Candlelight Party, formed their own alliance on October 11th to challenge the CPP's dominance by forming the, quote, Alliance for the Future. It is not clear where Royalist Party Funcinpec stands in the emerging alliances, as the only other party to hold seats in Cambodia's National Assembly. Funcinpec holds 5 seats, while the CPP holds the remaining 120. According to the CPP president, the alliance of 28 political parties is meant to strengthen national unity and to mobilize patriotic forces to maintain peace and political stability to ensure the country's long-term development. The 28 parties have agreed on 8 key points, which are vaguely worded and open to interpretation. These include eliminating extremist politics from Cambodia, strengthening cooperation, pledging to uphold the Constitution, safeguarding Cambodia's independence, and arranging elections in accordance with the principles of multi-party liberal democracy, a principle which some say was violated in July elections, where the CPP won a landslide victory and only one other party of the 18 managed to gain seats in the National Assembly. Previously, the CPP had held all 125 seats following the dissolution of the major opposition party ahead of the 2018 election. Hun Sen said that the alliance will build a culture of dialogue and strengthen democracy in Cambodia. Kristen Winters, EAC News.
Your Excellency, Mr. Prime Minister, great to have you with us on Leaders Talk. Well, you're here in Beijing this time for the 3rd Belt and Road Forum for International Cooperation, and you were at the opening ceremony together with world leaders and representatives with over 150 countries, as well as more than 40 international organizations, listening to the keynote speech delivered by President Xi. So to start with, can you share with us some of the major takeaway from President Xi's speech as well as from the forum?
Well, I think our participation in the forum 3 years in a row is a show of our support for the BRI and BRF. And this is my first trip to join the Belt and Road Forum. And I first would like to congratulate President Xi Jinping and China government for organizing successful forum. The representative from all over the world, especially developing countries. I think as Cambodia, we have benefited a lot from the BRI's Belt and Road Initiative through our development strategy under the BRI's programs.
China is the very first country you visited since taking office, and I think this shows the great significance both sides put on this ironclad relation, given its historical linkage and traditional friendship. So as the new Prime Minister of Cambodia, what is your plan to take this already very solid tie to an even higher level?
We would sum up our relationship or our direction of policy engagement with China in 2 words. It would be continuity and consistency. This year is the 65th anniversary of our diplomatic relationship and a year of Cambodia-China friendship. This coincides with my assumptions of position as the head of the government of Cambodia. For the new government of Cambodia, our goal is to continue to build on this good relationship that lasted for 65 years, and also to seek to expand cooperations, strengthen, especially in terms of seeking ways to improve the Diamond Hexagons cooperation framework, which was established early this year by President Xi Jinping and former Prime Minister Samdech Techo Hun Sen. the new government is committed to uphold the One China policy. We also support initiatives that put forward by President Xi Jinping, such as the Global Development Initiative, Global Security Initiative, Global Civilization Initiative, and also the BRI, which would provide a platform to strengthen the world in a harmonious and prosperous way.
Just now you mentioned about those initiatives proposed by President Xi. So can you be a little bit more specific about the significance of those initiatives in tackling the global challenges and also the unprecedented situation faced by the world today?
Yes, Cambodia was among the first countries to support those initiatives. Like I say, this initiative is a main contributor to achieving harmony and prosperity of the world. For example, Global Development Initiative, which stress on the goals of inclusive development, focusing on the poverty alleviations and increasing health of people, especially in less developed countries. Also focus on the green development, which is important for climate change issues that we all face right now. Global Security Initiative, its focus, its emphasis on diplomacies and multilateralism as a means to deal with regional issues or international issues such as conflicts, both traditional and non-traditional matters. And the Global Civilizations Initiative is, is stressed on the respect of each other's views and civilizations, the different views, and also to support the aspirations for respect and non-interference with each other's internal affairs based on disrespect of each other's civilization and different views. If you've seen recent experience, you see it is rarely that a country can escape or insulate it from global events such as pandemics, such as the war. It just reflects the reality or the words of global community with a shared futures. This has given us the necessities to work together on a joint effort to be more considerate and more responsible for the futures of the world and not just any particular country's futures alone. We have to think it in a global aspects.
I want to share with you some really special experience when we were in Cambodia back in January, because our team, we not only visited the Phnom Penh Sihanoukville Expressway, we also got on a ride with a truck driver who traveled along the road. And he told me that before, it usually took them about 1 to 2 days to get back and forth. But now, thanks to the expressway, they can travel 2 to 3 times a day. So that is really remarkable progress. And that experience has really amazed me by witnessing all those tangible changes and benefits the BRI projects created to ordinary people, like the truck driver we just mentioned. So what's your take on that?
The Belt and Road Initiative is designed to help develop and provide access and opportunities for less developed countries to develop, especially access to financings, access to technicals, transfer technologies, and quicker access to abilities to build infrastructures needed to support development and growth. In terms of the BRIs, I think for Cambodia, we have greatly benefit from that, as well as many countries. Yesterday, a lot of speakers, head of states, head of governments came up and speak about the benefits that received from the BRIs. So Cambodia shared those perspective and experience. You raised the examples of Phnom Penh Sihanoukville Expressway, which has provide benefits not just to a certain group of people, but to ordinary peoples, to everybody's.
Everyday citizens.
Yes, everyday citizens, not just those who need to travel using the expressway, but the effect that it has on the economies. It's improved logistics, it's improved trade facilitation, it's helped to promote growth, which has a broad base. for our peoples. So for Cambodia, the BRI also linked with our Pentagonal strategies, which is aimed to improve the infrastructure and connectivity. And also under the BRI, 2 days ago, we were able to start receiving passengers from our new airport in Siem Reap, which is one of the landmark projects under the BRI with support of BRI program. So this type of progress that would leave the impact on livelihood of the peoples in those countries, including Cambodia. So this is what Cambodia value.
Just now you mentioned that the development roadmap of Cambodia has made its transition from the rectangular strategy now to Pentagon strategy with the newly added focus on sustainable development.
Yes.
Another part that is really crucial to this development is advancing science and technology.
Yes.
So what is your vision in working more closely with China in this regard?
Technology is the future and is present in its futures. We have to embrace it. In the Pentagon's strategy, what is added as another angle is digital economy. With China as a growing powers in the new technologies. A lot of companies have very new, innovative ideas. Many of Chinese companies has a world dominance in terms of technologies, capabilities. So by having engagement with China, especially in terms of private sectors to private sectors, we would be able to promote technological transfers and also investment to Cambodia, which bring out those technology to Cambodia for training our workforces to have an external effect on our infrastructures. So these the areas that Cambodia and find that China relationship between our two countries can benefit, provide mutual benefit for both our countries.
And that is why you have met with some senior representatives and executives from those high-tech Chinese companies like Huawei during your visit last time and maybe this time as well, right?
Yes, actually I had a chance to meet a lot with private sectors, many of the companies that have been investing in Cambodia, and many more has been interested in investing in Cambodia. Companies such as investors in energies, in renewable energies that have been our countries to secure to build a foundation for security, energy security in the futures. Also with regarding to environmental impacts through renewable energies and technologies to bring. Companies like Huawei that's been operating in Cambodia will encourage further investment in bringing more technologies. Also not just in the physical technology, physical investments, platforms such as we had a signing between our Ministry of Commerce with Alibaba Group. So we can put on the global platform to allow our farmers, our small and medium enterprises to expand their market outreach through those. And also companies like Bank of China's group, and also that provide access for and technologies as well. So I've been very happy to see the progress in the relation between government and government, government and businesses, and business to business between our two countries.
Let's talk a little bit about China-ASEAN cooperation. Well, both sides are now looking to upgrade this cooperation, which is called 3.0 Free Trade Agreement between the two sides. So what role do you think Cambodia could play in this process?
It is important to recognize that China is ASEAN's #1 trading partners, and also is ASEAN's third largest foreign direct investments source of foreign direct investment to ASEAN. The initiative to upgrade the Asian-China Free Trade Agreements, AFTA 3.0, was initiated, adopted last year in Phnom Penh when Cambodia chaired the chairmanship of ASEAN. I think the main principles is to, have increase the status of our trade relationship in a sense that to promote and to improve the mechanism and conditions that ASEAN and China can improve the trade of goods and services between the two countries. It's aimed to revive the economy post-COVID-19 and also build the conditions that allow the trade relationship to withstand and to adapt to the new global trends such as climate change and digitizations. So in this case, I think Cambodia and China can work with our foreign trade partners in ASEAN in order to contribute to the facilitation of these matters.
Wait a minute.
Oh, you got Cambodian products.
Mr. Prime Minister, I want to share some delights with you. Maybe something that you're very familiar with
Yes,
from Cambodia is dried
see.
mango and cashew nuts.
Yes.
So now, with the help of the Belt and Road Initiative, RCEP, as well as the free trade agreement between China and Cambodia. So not only an increasing number of Cambodian agricultural products have gained their access and presence to the Chinese market, their production, their added value have been greatly enhanced as well. So what is your plan in strengthening the economic and trade relation between the two countries?
Well, I think there's room, a lot of room to improve on this. Last visit, after my official visit to Beijing, I attended the China ASEAN Expo, where many of Cambodians producers, Cambodian private sectors came to present at the expo.